That was good. I mean, to get standing ovations and just to be perceived by like that by the fans, just loved. Obviously, I'm new. I had just came in, so for them to show me that love, care, and support, it made me feel good. When you're out there, you don't have a care in the world. You can just play free because you know that the crowd has your back and they're on your side, and no matter what you do, they're cheering and supporting you. And for me, I hadn't felt that love or that care in a minute. So to be in Wintrust Arena and just play, it's just an amazing feeling.
Hello, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in general, and it's -1 degrees here in New Mexico. I was about to go hit the gym, okay, hit my upper body strength, but it's just way too cold. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to just hit both leg day and upper body strength day tomorrow. Okay, it's so cold that they're actually delaying school tomorrow, which means even though tomorrow's my off day for training, okay, we still have training on my off day. They actually said instead of coming in at 8 a.m., y'all can come in at 10 a.m. Hopefully, they just cancel the whole thing. So, guys, I just got done watching the Unrivaled League basketball games. It was great, pure tea entertainment per usual. Okay, I just uploaded that video, my previous video, so check that out. Okay, I gave my analysis and I gave a game stat breakdown for both games. And during my analysis, I'm a part of this Instagram group called the Sports Network. And we talk about women's basketball. I got a notification saying Chennedy Carter is out of the Chicago Sky. It's not looking good for her. She's out. I go on Twitter, and of course, my For You page on Twitter is just like pretty much, women's basketball, Chicago Sky content, Angel Reese content, this and that and the third. And I was like, you know what? I seen like my first tweet was like, this is crazy. Like Dana Evans can stay, but Chennedy Carter gotta go. And it was like tomorrow, technically tomorrow is the 21st. Chennedy Carter has not been, officially re-signed to the Chicago Sky, so it will make her an official, unrestricted free agent. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? At the same time, it's like, to lessen the blow, I kind of was mentally preparing myself for this. I'm like, you know what? The way Tyler Marsh, again, like, I'm happy for the girls. I agree with Tyler Marsh, okay? He's the new head coach of our Chicago Sky. When he did that interview 2 months ago, once he got hired, saying, like, he wants to build around Camilo Cardoso and Angel Reese because they have the cornerstone of the team. I'm like, you know what? I'm all for it. I'm very excited. I'm like, you know what? You absolutely correct. But it was like no mention of Chennedy Carter. That's when I started to worry. Let me just read you some excerpts on, the T. So it says, according to multiple league sources, players were unhappy with the dynamic created in the locker room last year due to Carter's behavior, which went unchecked by former coach Teresa Weatherspoon. So now they also saying, like, you know what? Teresa Weatherspoon, Coach Spoon, she is the reason why Chennedy Carter was out there on the Chicago Sky locker room acting the fool. And now as we have come to learn, okay, back in September, late September, it was announced that Teresa Weatherspoon had been fired as the head coach of the Chicago Sky. She was our former head coach. And it seems as though Chennedy Carter, her alleged behavior in the locker room, attributed to the fact that Weatherspoon is out of a job now as the former head coach of the Chicago Sky. It continues to read, there was concern within the team regarding how resigning Carter would impact the Sky's chances of landing other free agents. What? Pagliacca has, in past press conferences, made clear that while roster decisions will ultimately be his to make, he plans to collaborate with new coach Tyler Marsh and Sky ownership. This indicates that it will likely be a joint decision not to offer Carter. Okay, and I agree with that. Again, like, it's not just Jeff Pagliacca we got to point the finger to, but it's also Tyler Marsh. But again, Jeff Pagliacca said, I'm going to have the final say. He's talking about he the man of the house. He wear the pants around here. Y'all the women, y'all going to wear the skirt. What I say go and woo, woo, woo. Trying to be on some macho-ish. Jeff don't know what he's doing, but I'm going to get into him. Hold on, let me just read this, y'all. I'm going to read him down. It says, last week, offers went out to guard Dana Evans and forward Michaela Onyewu, making them restricted free agents. An offer also went out to reserve free agent Nicolina Malik. I can't say her name, sorry. As a reserve free agent, the offer is the same as that of a restricted, but Malik can only negotiate with the Sky. Beginning tomorrow, Evans and Onyewu can negotiate with other teams, but the Sky will have the right of first refusal. This is what this fool claims, okay? They saying that he said, this is quote, Kennedy had an incredible season for us last year, Pagliacca said in a statement provided to the Sun-Times. She's extremely talented and is a player that can impact the game at the highest level in our league. We absolutely appreciate all she did for our team last year. However, we've made changes to our staff and we'll make changes to our roster. Those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team, so we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent. This just begs the question to me, okay? Back in December, when the Golden State Valkyries, okay, the latest WNBA team coming out from San Francisco, California, right? They're the female counterpart to the Golden State Warriors. When they had that draft, right, they were snatching up and poaching, at least one player from each team that was allowed. Did the Chicago Sky, again, this is why I wanted it to be made public who was protected and what players was unprotected. Did the Chicago Sky protect Chennedy Carter? Because if they did not, it seems as though they don't care about her. Okay, clearly, like, hello, it's like, why didn't the Golden State Valkyries actually, like, poach Kennedy from Chicago Sky? You can't tell me, like, the way this is, like, they attitude towards Chennedy Carter from the jump, okay, has been left, okay, and it's obviously to me, it's clear to me that if it wasn't for Teresa Weatherspoon giving her a chance and like seeing the human in her, trying to humanize Kennedy Carter, trying to work with her, and teach her how to channel those emotions, those frustrations, her anger, resentment, that chip on her shoulder that she admitted that she came into the league with playing. If it wasn't for Teresa Weatherspoon, Kennedy Carter wouldn't have been on the Chicago Sky at all. But all in all, again, I don't agree with this. I don't care. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna say it, guys. I think they're lying. Okay, they're lying on Kennedy. They act like she shot somebody. Listen, I don't want to hear about the locker room culture. She was doing this, she was doing that. I don't believe y'all. You know why I don't believe y'all? Because it's simple. Kennedy Carter in the interview. I wish I could find the clip, guys. I've been trying to move around and find things for y'all. Again, I apologize. I'm gonna do better. I can't find the freaking clip. But Kennedy Carter did an interview and she was talking about how she's just so grateful to be a part of the Chicago Sky roster. She said, I love this team. I love this city. I love everything about Chicago, the culture. She said, I broke down in tears the other day in my car because I was so grateful to be a part of this team. You don't do nobody like this, Jeff, okay? I'm going to try not to be, okay, this is going to be a rant. I'm sorry. I'm just tired, okay? I've accepted that they obviously ain't rocking with Kennedy. But again, like, this is ridiculous. At this point, I believe that there's a curse on Chicago Sky. Maybe it's a curse on us as Chicago Sky fans. We as fans, it's like, can we not do something? Can we not like send emails? I'm pretty sure people have been blowing up the front office of the Chicago Sky. Like, are y'all crazy? What drugs are y'all taking? Because it makes no sense to me. Listen, Dana Evans has at least once, possibly twice, requested a trade away from the Chicago Sky. She don't even want to be with us. Dana Evans do not want nothing to do with the Chicago Sky. And then on the other hand, you got Kennedy Carter saying she broke down in tears because she's so grateful to be a part of this organization. Like, if 2 + 2 = 4, then like, what sense is that this not making to y'all? And then on top of that, Chennedy Carter is the lead scorer of the Chicago Sky. Dana Evans she don't give us nothing. Okay, imagine like you got roommates. Okay, you renting out an apartment, you renting out a home. The rent $3,000 a month. Everybody, okay. Angel Reese put in $1,500. Chennedy Carter putting in $1,800. Okay, she's the lead scorer. Camila Cardoso got $1,200. Dana Evans got maybe $30, if that. Okay, and it was months where she ain't had the rent at all. What did we do to deserve this? Again, I believe this is a lie. There is no way that Chennedy Carter is so toxic in the locker room. I think that she's just so toxic, and like she was just so horrible for the team that we just can't keep her. Again, that can't be the case. When they say like last year due to Carter's behavior, honestly, I believe when Chennedy Carter, she shoulder checked Caitlin Clark and she literally just boom, just fell to the court. She collapsed. This was back in June. Okay, this happened when I was in LA. I remember I saw that game, and I made a video about it. I'm like, Chennedy Carter is dead wrong for that. And it seemed like she called her the B word too. Okay, it ain't funny, but it's like, this is competitiveness in sports. Get over it. She ain't shoot nobody. Like I said, I'm gonna continue defending Chennedy Carter with my last breath. But I do believe like that was like a huge impact on the overall front office decision. Like, once Chennedy Carter chin checked Caitlin Clark and she flew like that was like, oh no, like we can't, like Teresa Weatherspoon just like she doesn't have a good hand on these girls. That's the thing. It's like, and I hate to make this into a male versus female thing, but it's like men get praised for this type of stuff. It's like, guys, like this is sports. We're not in the kindergarten. We're not in the sandbox. These are grown women. I'm tired of this. Like, y'all, it's not womanly. Listen, if I'm on the court, right, and my goal is to get that ball into the hoop. I'm trying to be a playoff contender. I'm trying to get into the playoffs, the semifinals, the finals. I want that WNBA, that title, that championship. If I got a shoulder check, a couple hoes, I'm going to do just that. Like, what is the problem? It's like, just because she's a woman, like, she gets punished for it. It's men, again, I hate to do this, but it's like, y'all left me no choice, okay? I'm sorry for my rant being all over the place. But listen, in the NBA, you got players pulling out pistols on other players. You got players sleeping with other players' wives, a.k.a. Tony Parker, the San Antonio Spurs. They was not, like, they still got roster spots. Chennedy Carter, chin check, Caitlin Clark again. I ain't saying it was right. I ain't saying it was okay. But it was what it was. When you want to win, when you got that championship spirit in you, that champion spirit, sometimes you do things that don't make sense to other people. But it makes sense to you because you want to win that badly. To Jeff Pagliacca.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble.
Again, Chicago sports is cursed. It's not even just a basketball thing or a football. Like, if you look at Chicago city, the city of Chicago, all the sports, the Chicago Bears, the Chicago Bulls, since Jordan and Derrick Rose and been left. We got Lonzo Ball, but it's like if you just look at the way the sports is ran by our front offices, no matter the sports in Chicago, it's a hot mess from the top to the bottom. Okay, and it just goes to show the Chicago Sky decision. Dana Evans, listen, Jeff Pagliacca, everything that you do will crumble. Every thought, every decision you make. Listen, without Chennedy Carter, I don't care about who this random woman. Let me see, what's her name? Milik. This is a woman named Nicolina Milik. We don't even know who she is. At this point, they're making up characters. They unlocking characters behind the screen, behind the black cloth. We ain't even heard of these people. Like, who are these people? This is so insane to me. Like, it's like, guys, we are under failed leadership. Okay, you see North Korea, how they under Kim Jong Un, and like they can't. There's no breathing room. There's no space. There's no way to thrive. That's what we got going on down at the damn Chicago Sky. We are under a dictatorship. Okay, not even just a dictator. This man is like a communist. Jeff Pagliacca is a terrorist. He is terrorizing the Chicago skyscrapers, and it's not right. Okay, he is a plane coming towards our skyscrapers. Like, what are we going to do as the fans? We cannot let this continue again. Until Jeff Pagliacca, Tyler Marsh, I'm going to put him into it too, because honestly, like, I was starting to like him, but it's like he guilty. I'm like, where's Angel Reese that she called her the Ken to her Barbie? That was Barbie and Ken. Who is going to actually step up and defend Chennedy Carter? Is it just going to be me and the rest of the fans who got common sense? This is ridiculous. And people are just so full of it. You can just tell everybody's full of it down at that front office in the Chicago Sky. So you mean to tell me, like, oh, because of her behavior last year and like the way, like her toxic ways, she's affecting the locker room. The locker room is just so negative around when Chennedy Carter is around. Okay, we can say the same thing about you. I don't care who you are, what you do or what you don't do. When it comes to working a job, I don't care if you work at Walmart, you can work at Uber, you can work at McDonald's. We are all problematic to somebody on the job. I don't care. Even if you say to yourself, again, like I've worked at the jobs, currently in the military. A lot of the jobs is like, it's some certain people around me that's toxic as hell. All they do is gossip and talk about drama and things that I don't care about. So I literally will avoid those people. I've had evaluations talking about, oh, Geneva or, this airman, she doesn't engage with us. She avoids us. She doesn't like speak to me. When I say hello to her, I'm like, bitch, I don't owe y'all nothing, okay? I stay away from y'all for a reason. I feel like this is the same situation with Chennedy Carter. The truth is, Chennedy Carter is a very passionate, aggressive champion. She's not a player, she's a champion. And y'all ain't got the same mentality. And you know what? I bet the house owner that Dana Evans probably has something to do with this because of the jealousy. Okay, it's guard versus guard. Dana Evans ain't got no business being on the Chicago Sky roster with Chennedy Carter nowhere to be found. This is literally insane. Again, everybody's toxic to everybody. People can say, like, Caitlin Clark does this and that. Caitlin Clark is too introverted. She doesn't open up to her teammates. So what we gonna do, Jeff? Like, where's the emotional intelligence? Because Chennedy Carter is not your flavor. She don't act like how you want her to act. She don't talk or style her way, style her game the way you want it to be styled. What, we're just gonna keep running through players because you don't like the way she do such and such, and she's a cancer to the locker room. Again, that is a lie. I know that can't be the truth. I know that can't be the case with Chennedy Carter. What's really sad about this is, though, is they coming at it with the angle of the reason why Teresa Weatherspoon is no longer the coach of the Chicago Sky is because she was too, like, coddling and babying and trying to nurture Chennedy Carter like a mother would do, like her newborn. And it's like, it's not right for y'all to, like, kind of like throw her underneath the bus. Even though I can kind of see it, obviously it seems more than obvious. That was the reason why, a major factor why Teresa Weatherspoon got fired. But again, it's like, Teresa Weatherspoon, she got fired, it is what it is, okay? You can agree with, whether that was right or not, but letting Chennedy Carter go is a mistake. Again, Jeff Pagliacca, Tyler Marsh, and the entire Chicago Sky organization's front office. Until you do right by Chennedy Carter, everything you think about, everything you do, everything you want to do will fail. You understand me? It will crumble.